going on, everybody? My name is Chris. This is our channel, Mr. Sillage. Thank you all so much for tuning in. For all the returning subscribed Sillage soldiers, as always, welcome back. And as you all know, you guys can always hit me back up with a salute by hitting the thumbs up icon down below. It really shows you support, and you know that I greatly appreciate it. And if you're a new viewer by chance, maybe stick around and see what the channel has to offer. And if you decide that you don't like, you can always hit the thumbs down button. But beware, if you hit that thumbs down button, Melissa won't ask you to the next ice cream social. Now, as you guys saw in this review, I'm going to be covering a fragrance that is carried by Old Navy and is made by a house called Kindred Goods. And that fragrance is called Sea Salt and Fig. The reason why I wanted to check this fragrance out is because, as we all know, one of the biggest and hypest fragrances within the fragrance community lately has been Pacific Rock Moss. I'm going to link my experience with Pacific Rock Moss right up there. You guys can go check that out if you want. And what I started to realize in a lot of the Facebook groups is that a lot of people were saying that Pacific Rock Moss reminded them of a scent that was carried by Old Navy, which is Sea Salt and Fig. This isn't something that I discovered. I won't take credit for that. Most notably, I think I noticed my friend Patrick mentioning this the most. So does Sea Salt and Fig smell like Pacific Rock Moss? Let's find that out right now. Sea Salt and Fig is made by a house called Kindred Goods. It comes in a 30 ml eau de parfum concentration and could be had for $12.99, which is a great price. This fragrance came out in 2016, which is around the same time that Pacific Rock Moss came out. And it has got a fairly stock kind of bottle. It doesn't come with any box or presentation. The sprayer is pretty decent. And notes in this are sea salt and fig. I had the dry down on this part right here, and we're gonna see if this fragrance smells exactly like Pacific Rock Moss. At the top, you get a lot of this alcohol blast right away, but if you give it a couple seconds, that's gonna dry down. And what you're going to be left with is this salty sea note. It smells like the beach. It smells like beach air. And it's sweetened up with a ripened fig. Now, the difference between this and Pacific Rock Moss is Pacific Rock Moss opens with a pleasant citrus blast. But after this alcohol dries down, this smells very similar to the dry down of Pacific Rock Moss. There are subtle differences. The fig adds a little bit more sweetness to this, but it is very close, and it's rather pleasant. I really like this scent. If you guys remember when I did my Pacific Rock Moss review, I love that scent. I really did. The thing is, it lasted only 4 hours on my skin. And I mean 4 hours and it was completely gone. I couldn't tell where I sprayed it. Now that's my experience. My experience with Kindred Goods Sea Salt and Fig was rather surprising. This lasted about 5 to 6 hours on my skin, with about 1.5 to 2 hours of medium projection before it started to settle down quickly into a skin scent. But about the 5-6 hour mark, I could still sort of tell that it was there. The sillage on this is rather good too. As I move around, I can definitely tell that this fragrance is there, which is rather surprising because, like I said, with Pacific Rock Moss at the 4 hour point, completely gone. That was my experience. So, does Sea Salt and Fig smell exactly like Golfield Banks Pacific Rock Moss? Not exactly. Does it smell rather close? Hell yeah, it does. And is it worth $12.99 for trying? Hell yeah, it is. I bought 2 bottles of this for $12.99 each. You cannot beat that price. I would buy 8 bottles of sea salt and fig before I personally bought 1 bottle of Pacific Rock Malls. Now that's just me. That's how it worked on my skin. Obviously, your experience may differ. So when it comes to Kindred Goods, sea salt and fig, I definitely think this is worth a try. It smells really close, and it's just a really pleasant scent. It's gonna be great for this upcoming summer. I'm really excited to be wearing this one, and I'm just really happy that I found it. You guys, thank you so much for watching, and you know it always means a lot to me. All links to social media are down below. Tell me, have you guys tried Sea Salt and Fig by Kindred Goods, or have you tried Pacific Rock Moss, and what was your experience? Leave the comments down below. Love you guys, and as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.